All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining to watch this really interesting race today between OriginalElijah and CrystalBellis. And I'm joined by my co-commentator, Spytron.
Hello, I'm Spy. I'm here to commentate for you. This is gonna be really fun. Elijah's really good, and Crystal has been like kind of a prodigy in this. She came in a little bit late, but she's been getting really good really fast.
We should be getting started pretty soon. And I'm curious to see what the runners do first right away, if their mental map of the game is any good. Because there is an
Yeah,
item close by, but it's like very easy to forget that it's close by if you don't have like a good mental image of the world map. Looks like we're gonna get started in a couple seconds. There we go, we're off.
okay, so we start on Star Island.
Now where do they go from here? Oh no, Elijah, what are you doing?
Uh-oh.
And Crystal, okay, this is kind of an unfortunate consequence of the switch sail. Is yeah, you sail way faster. But the downside is if you hit an explosive barrel, the boat goes really far ahead of you.
And those barrels are only on Star Island and Four Eye Reef. So like, is one of the two only islands that have those.
Yeah, and yeah, so I like what Crystal is doing because the Northern Ferry is like right next to where you spawned, and there's a really good item here, whereas Elijah warped away, so he's gonna have to get that item a little later, a little slower.
Oh, I actually didn't see what was Maggie. Okay, okay, he didn't want Maggie. Personally, when I was doing my like pre-route just to understand the seed that I'd be commentating, I kind of came in and got those iron boots like near the end of the seed.
Yeah,
Just
I also got iron boots at the end when I made my route of this. I mean, I just visited Woodfall at the like towards the end in general.
yeah, because there's only two things here.
You know, but I mean, it's very safe to go to Windfall first because like everything's or not everything, but a lot of things are Sphere Zero.
Yeah.
So typically you end up coming here first just because there's normally a lot of good items. But in this case, you can just put off getting these items until later, and then it works out routing wise because you have to visit Wind Temple later anyway.
So we have Crystal who is like kind of a check behind, but not really. However, she has the leaf, and that's S tier.
Yeah, Leaf is second best item in the game next to the Wind Waker, of course.
And oh, she is opting to go for that quiver on Mrs. House. I
Oh,
think
there's a
this
quiver here.
I think this early in the game, that quiver's really gonna help, especially with Tot G.
Hmm.
I think if it was much later in the seed, I probably wouldn't have gotten it, but I also came here just about right away, and I felt that it was probably a good idea to get it.
I'm honestly not sure because I mean, I don't know, like how often do you use the bow this seed, other than Tower of the Gods? But like Tower of the Gods has plenty of arrow refills.
Yeah, it's it's
I
definitely a topic to think about when you're routing these. It's like you like look for the quivers just like when you have the off time, but a lot of the time they're not worth it. Sometimes if they're really free, just like pick it up. But
yeah, but no, this is not. There's no octos this seed. This is lookout platforms and rafts.
hmm,
So
we actually have a
again, like
lot of lookout platforms today.
yeah, but like again, I don't know. You're not really gonna use the bow that much, and the places you do, there's gonna be a lot of arrow refills. But it is right there. I don't know. It's like not. I don't think I personally would have gone for it, but it's still all right to go for. I'd say.
Yeah. All right. We see Elijah going to get that leaf now.
Yeah, which Crystal got earlier because she noticed that she spawned right next to there. Oh yeah, also Crystal, they got a first try roll clip, which that's a really hard roll clip to get, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
She might be
And
popping off right now, I don't know.
she's probably going to be going into the whirlpool. Yep.
Yeah. This is a pretty cool strat I found about recently. So instead of save warping out of the cave and then like jumping in the boat and sailing, you can swim out of the cave and then drown yourself in the whirlpool. Then you wake up in the boat and you're a lot closer to Horseshoe than you would have been if you save warps back to the docks.
Yeah. It's like a little niche thing. It's only useful if you want to go to Horseshoe, but in this case, we do. We have an item there. We have two items there, sort of. So I think I see what Elijah's doing. I think Elijah made it so that later on they'll like they'll probably like the runners need to go to Poprint Isle at some point, so he may go after Eastern Ferry.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing too. I like how Crystal's getting the salvage core here, because you might as well.
Yeah. They technically don't really need that item for a long time until they really go and go to Wind Temple, and that's just to enter it. It saves them like a minute or something.
Yeah. Well,
But
they don't need the hammer, but it speeds things up.
yeah, it's like really fast, and like they could have gotten it at Choo Choo Cave, but like, or not Choo Choo Cave, but at Poprint, but it's here, so like, why not, right?
Yeah, exactly. Especially since Crystal doesn't have a sword yet.
Yeah. So
Though
now,
that might change soon, but
yeah, she does have a jump slash item now.
oh, those are some nice magnet hands. Like, I thought Crystal wasn't gonna make that, but then Link just kind of teleports to the ledge.
Was that her first try on Elijah's side too?
Oh, I don't know. I've been watching Crystal's. It's very possible it was first try for Elijah.
And we'll probably, yeah. Some runners, a lot of runners actually opt to play Wind's Requiem here. Some runners who are crazy will decide to just leaf pump across and take the risk.
Yeah, I don't think that risk is worth it if you don't have a sword, which Crystal just got right now.
Yeah, kind of ironic.
Okay.
So
I wonder what Crystal's doing now.
yeah, let's see. Where do they go next? Oh, she's
Okay.
going right back.
I know what she's doing. Really not that much different from what Spy, you and I were talking about before the race. We think she's gonna get storage on outset, but don't worry, she's not gonna do a super swim. She's just gonna take the storage to a nearby island to store a chest. At least
Okay.
that's my guess.
Yeah, I suppose the alternative would have been like there are two alternatives. One, you either go back and get storage on Horseshoe and it's like a really weird spot, or you do pot drop storage on a lookout platform nearby, or you do this. I do not disagree with her decision.
Yeah, honestly, like first looking at this seed, my thought was to get storage out of Horseshoe since you're already there. But I kind of like warping the outset and getting storage here because it's easier. Because getting storage on Horseshoe is a little finicky, not something runners normally do. And this is like seems a lot faster than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. I'm insane, so I would have probably I routed in doing pot drop storage, but that's that's
Wow, Elijah already had the wind in the right direction. They didn't play Wind's Requiem, but then how did he skip the second wall? I mean, I guess he did it the other way with
Well, I suppose he could have done the leafless strat. I
Yeah.
really wasn't looking. I was kind of we were discussing the storage methods. I think Elijah's doing the same thing. Yeah, that's interesting. I never even considered this, and both our runners did it.
J-Wiz, that wouldn't be a good idea this seed, because you actually need the item on 5-Eye Lookout platform. Otherwise, I would agree with you. Because Crystal's store Din's Pearl, and Tower of the Gods entrance is a required entrance this seed.
Elijah's going for a little-known storage spot that not many people are aware of.
Yeah.
I probably would just run the extra like 2 feet to go get the other one.
Yeah, unless I was like really comfortable with that storage spot, because it's a kind of a finicky storage spot.
Which Elijah may be comfortable with. Maybe he uses it more than we realize.
Yeah, that's true.
It is closer to the boat.
But now we're gonna see Crystal do a cool strat.
Dude, the first time I ever saw this, it kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, I hate it when you pull Wind Waker to stop the boat and then it keeps going anyway.
Yeah,
you have to hold the Wind Waker out a little longer.
frame perfect.
Right, nice getting that jump. And now, you're not normally supposed to be able to do this, but because of chest storage, Crystal's able to just kind of run up this wall.
So how Elijah just opened that chest and canceled the animation of getting it. Usually the game's like, oh, we're opening a chest, and we like to put Link like in the chest in the animation. So it made his hitbox like just a tiny little fine point, so they can do that. But then because he had storage, the game was like, oh wait, we can't like play the animation yet. So he just kind of stole that hitbox, and he's going to use it to do exactly what Crystal just did.
Oh, okay, Crystal kept moving forward because the sail wasn't away all the way, not because the Wind Waker wasn't out long enough. Okay.
So,
well, I guess like it's kind of the same thing. Like the Wind Waker wasn't long enough out to let Link put the sail away.
Crystal is going to 2-eye lookout platform. I'm guessing. I think she's just going the wrong way around the reef. It's over on the right side, but she still has chest storage.
I think no. I mean, I don't think this is a mistake on Crystal's part. She's just being really careful not to hit the big Octo, but she's being a little too careful because if she went around the Octo the other way, then she'd be right at the platform.
Yeah, true. If you don't know where the Octo is, then yeah, it can be a big big trap for you. It seems she's completely circling the quadrant though.
Yeah, 'cause she just maybe really doesn't know where it is, so just taking it extra safe.
Yeah.
I mean, she will get there, but
it's currently just to the right of her as we speak.
Yeah, but like Elijah is gonna catch up by a lot. I mean, not that Elijah's behind because Elijah did Windfall and Crystal hasn't done that yet.
And Crystal is realizing now that she still has chest storage.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that too.
So I probably would have done, the octo jump we do for Diamond Step early? Yeah. I would have probably done the octo jump at 2-eye.
Oh, that's smart. Well, I mean, the smart thing to do would be to save warp at head start ahead of time.
Or play Song of Passing.
Oh, Elijah! Happened to Elijah too! He forgot he had chest storage. Nah, I mean, I would have made the same mistake, honestly. Okay, Elijah's opted to draw. That's okay. I really like your idea, Spy. But like, if they realize ahead of time, you save warp at Headstone to remove chest storage, and then you don't delete the item because once you travel a quadrant away from,
yeah, by the time they were at Headstone, they had the pearl.
Yeah. But as a backup for if you didn't do that, I like the jump into the Octo warp.
Yeah. There's also, like I said, if you play Song of Passing, it'll get rid of your chest storage as well, because it resets Link.
Oh, wait, actually no, that's better than the Whirlpool. And a lot of good ideas. But yeah, Crystal getting bombs, which is really nice to have early on as well. It's really nice when Leaf and bombs aren't like sphere 9 or 10 and you get them pretty quickly.
Alright, we're going to Dragon Roost. There's a couple options for routing here after we get one item. I almost didn't get this item here when I was doing that pre-route, but I decided that it would be useful exactly one time.
I mean, you say that, but like, the alternative to skipping this is really bad and slow. Yeah. So you definitely get this. So you're gonna see what Crystal's about to get. It's power bracelets.
Yeah, and Elijah's on the same path.
Another reason why you need power bracelets is because you need to get into Stonewatcher entrance. And of course you can door cancel, but like setting up door cancel and then taking it all the way to Stonewatcher is pretty slow.
The
And you have
alternative is it leads to Cliff Plat, so you can do a backwards method of getting into Cliff Plateau, but that's slow as well.
Mm.
Especially considering we need to go to Stonewatcher for the lookout platform.
Yeah. Oh, where is Crystal going? Oh, I see. Crystal's going to Starbelt, and then Elijah's going to Fire Mountain. So maybe Crystal's going to. Oh no, she realized that she was sailing in the wrong direction. Okay, yeah, this is good. You want to go to Fire Mountain first. Or wait, what is she doing?
No,
She like.
she saw the lookout platform when she thought she was close to Starbelt. She's going for the hook shot, and that's going to save her time climbing Fire Mountain.
But then she loses time with sailing because she didn't take the shortest path.
Yeah. So this chest right here next to Elijah has the boomerang in it, and it would have been useful if not for the extremely early bombs.
Oh, I didn't even realize where Boomerang was. I don't know. What would you use Boomerang for? I can't think of anything.
If you didn't have bombs at this point, you could grab that chest and then jump down and break the cannons to get the Nairu's Pearl. But
Yep.
yeah, that's only if the bombs were really late in the game, though. There's the hook
I guess
shot.
if you're bad at Puppaganon, then I'd say get Boomerang.
Yeah,
But that's about it.
I opted not to get it either.
And Crystal's warping away.
She's okay. That's fine, I guess. The lookout platform is further than Fire Mountain, so I don't know if she saves time with the warp.
I don't think so. I mean, it was adjacent to her, so she's gonna choose to warp and then sail to an adjacent quadrant over just sailing into the adjacent quadrant.
Yeah, because going diagonally from flight control, which was one north of Starbelt, if you go from there to Fire Mountain, you just about break even at the same as warping to DRI first. So being like one just horizontal, I feel like probably didn't save much time.
Ooh, this ladder is really tall.
Oh, she's not even using the
And
hook
using the
shot.
hook shot. And now I'm not sure which would have been faster. I mean, you don't warp regardless, but like, do you do Starbelt then Fire Mountain, or do you Fire Mountain then Starbelt if hookshot's on Starbelt? I'd say you probably do Fire Mountain then Starbelt still.
Let's see. I originally wanted to go to Eastern Ferry from DRI, then come to Fire Mountain, then do Starbelt, then go to Thorn Ferry.
Oh, so you're just like knocking out all of these like top right checks.
Yeah.
Oh, Crystal's getting boom, right? Okay.
Probably just being safe, I guess.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, it's right there. But, no, I ended up not routing in Eastern Ferry yet, because you are gonna have to come back to this area later on anyway for a dungeon. So, but, I don't know, I don't think it really matters that much. Okay, yeah, I see what Crystal's doing. So she kind of wanted to get Starbelt, Fire Mountain, and Eastern Ferry all in a line.
Okay.
Which is, that's pretty good too.
So, that's interesting. I wonder when she's going to go to Thorn Ferry.
Oh yeah, wait, never mind. Cause do you really go from here quickly? I don't think so. No, it's like pretty far.
No.
Versus like at Starbelt, you just go one south and then that's Thorn Ferry.
Oh man, in vanilla Wind Waker, talking to that Korok would have wasted like a minute.
Yeah. Thank you, text boxes. Alright, where's Elijah heading to? That's Stonewatcher?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
There's 2 items on the lookout platform that we need, and then we do have something inside of Stonewatcher as well. It is interesting to see that they got the preset with lookout platforms, because just before this race, Crystal asked me to help her learn all of the lookout platforms in the game, and we went over that for like an hour or two just before this race.
How convenient.
Yeah. Rigged?
Wait, does the Stonewatcher platform have this many cannons? Or am
Yep,
I...
it's the only one that has 8 cannons.
Okay. Alright.
I feel like the boomerang actually would have been better to get for this one because you can knock out all the cannons in one boomerang throw here, and that took a while with bombs.
No, I think bombs are still better. You also have to spend time like opening the chest to pick up the boomerang. Also, boomerang, I don't know, in my opinion, it's kind of finicky. I might need to like look over that again, but I have trouble lining up boomerang throws on platforms. You have to like know the order to hit the cannons and like where to position yourself.
Yeah. In general, you have to like be a little bit left of the ladder, and you want to throw the boomerang in a counterclockwise motion.
I think Crystal's gonna go to Wind Temple after this, right? Because she has everything she needs.
That is true.
She doesn't
Yeah,
have Master Sword, though. She just has Hero Sword, which, I mean, you're
which
not
is
really going to be doing much combat in Wind Temple anyway.
yeah, it's fine. I think the only thing she'll reasonably need to kill is Mulgara, and Mulgara's just on like a hit-based system. It doesn't matter how much damage you do.
Right.
Maybe that's what she got the boomerang for, because it's faster on Mulgara.
Do recolors affect speedrun times? No. As far as I'm aware, it doesn't. I mean, it'd be kind of... If recolors did, we'd probably ban it. But because it doesn't have any effect, it's nice to require specific recolors so that for anti-cheating purposes.
Yeah. So the end of the game is always the same. So someone might decide that they want to pre-record themselves fighting Puppet Ganon and Ganon, and then like whatever, like maybe one time they'll record themselves doing it extremely fast. So then at the end of their race, they'll just change to that, and they'll just like kind of stream their recording. And to keep that from happening, they have to use a predetermined name that is only given to them 1 minute before the seed starts, so there's no time to set up a recording. And so they have, and like, if you advance a text box one time after beating Ganon, it will show your name, so that is proof. And then we also add the enemy colors because both of their Ganons should be the same color, and their puppet
Right.
Ganons.
Yep. Alright, so let's see. Oh, Crystal... Okay, this makes sense too. Well, I don't know. This was like the only time where it'd be convenient to go to Wind Temple. But, I mean, you have to go to the entrance to Popper and Choo Choo Cave anyway, too.
Yeah. I mean, she can still sail straight up from here. Either way, she had to go to both eventually.
Yeah. And Elijah entering Eastern Fairy about to get his mirror shield.
Elijah got that grappling hook a lot sooner than I had expected. In my routing, I got the grappling hook last before doing Dragon Roost Cavern at the end of the game.
Yeah, I got a little before that. But actually, Elijah is doing like the routing that I was planning on doing if I had to run this seed, which is Tower of the Gods and Eastern Fairy are next to each other. So he went to Tower of the Gods entrance to get grappling hook, and then he just had to sail up north to Eastern Fairy, and then he's probably gonna sail up north to Paw Print after this. Alright, Crystal making it up to the top. And the hitbox on that chest, I always like gets a chuckle out of me how huge it is.
Yeah.
She wasn't aiming anywhere close to it, but it works.
Yeah, and it would have spawned too if she stayed aiming up there. I
Yeah.
find it funny.
So the speedrun strat is to only aim it down a little bit so you don't waste time moving the shield, and then it still works anyway.
Yeah, see, this would be the second chance that they'd have to get salvage core, and she still hasn't used the hammer. I almost wonder if it would have been faster to get it here because you're so close.
That's a good point. Oh, Elijah missing up this side hop.
This... Oh, this is magic meter upgrade. I decided that it wasn't worth getting, but with Wind Temple, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's a good point. I actually didn't even look up where Wind Temple or Magic Meter upgrade was, but like looking at what you have to do in Wind Temple, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
Wind
if you
Temple
had
looks
to,
so straightforward.
if there were a lot of checks in Wind Temple, I'd say get this Magic Meter upgrade. But there aren't. You get the small key, and then you store a chest, and then you head to the boss.
As far as optional items go, as soon as I write down where everything is, I'll then just take like a minute to look at magic meter upgrade, bottles, and quivers, and see if any of them are like super useful and like really on the way.
Oh, just like you said, here's Elijah gonna get his hammer here instead of horseshoe.
I think that's a good idea. I myself routed in horseshoe, but I think this would have been faster.
Yeah, and I agree.
Oh, she got double magic for this.
Oh, wait a minute. I kind of like this.
Yeah.
That'll work. Okay.
Yeah, so because I chose not to, I would have had to go do backwards Forest Haven, grab magic, and then change the wind and leaf over. This is so much faster. I almost think, like, yeah, I actually think that magic meter upgrade is definitely worth at this point.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there too. Everybody,
Like, now,
get out your notepads. We have a lot to learn from Crystal.
yeah, now that I'm seeing it, like, it's clearly the better choice. Although she go to Wind Temple. So she'll have to waste another 15 seconds to get there. But, like, 15 seconds is 15 seconds. Has she gotten Beetle 20 yet? Oh, she doesn't have rupees.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention this, but she could have gotten a very easy 20 rupees when she was on Windfall, and I think she has money routed in somewhere else. But there's a secret red rupee in front of Tingle's jail. So, and you need bombs to spawn it, which she did have. So she could have like gotten the red rupee and then went inside the jail.
Yeah, even then, she was at Dragon Roost, and all those big rocks each have 10 rupees in them, as long as you're not missing health. She is not okay. I
Yeah,
guess
she
she
could have
doesn't know
just.
you.
You can hookshot the post over here. She might not know that. Oh yeah, we can see Elijah doing the grappling strat. But he also has double magic.
Okay,
Huh.
so he did get double magic. I in my case, I hadn't gotten the grappling hook before, so I like by this point. So I was like, oh hey, so we'll have to like do Force Haven backwards, get magic, and but I like what both of these runners did.
Yeah, I prefer what Crystal did, though.
Yeah. I think Crystal's method to get small island chest was still faster, especially considering Elijah got double magic.
It's possible that like Elijah just wasn't comfortable riding the cyclone up.
Hmm.
Wait, where's Crystal going? She's going to the 5-Eye, but is there something there?
5-star lookout platform
Oh,
has
5-star. Right.
it has something. I can tell you that much.
Wait, where is it? I never saw it in my route, so I have no idea what's here. I mean, this is the time to get whatever this is, because this is the only time you're going to be in the bottom right corner.
Actually, I don't think I went that way in my route, actually. No, because... Well, we're gonna find out. I have the spoiler log up here, actually.
I mean, I don't know what this is.
This is
Apparently
the
it's a
joy
joy
pendant.
pendant.
Yeah.
Okay. I think she's like kind of confused because I mean she did like kind of pause for a bit and she's pausing again.
Mhm.
Did she confuse this with Five Eye Reef? Because she already got that. I mean, it's very possible that she stored Five Eye Reef just for the sake of getting chest stored somewhere close by, and then didn't realize that the chest was actually required.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
probably what I'm guessing happened. So it kind of works out for her. Like, if you had to make this mistake, accidentally getting the chest you needed in the first place works out pretty nicely.
I wonder if she just checked the spoiler log. She was like, "Oh, this isn't where Din's Pearl is," and she looked for it and found out she already has it.
Uh,
How convenient would that be? You're like, "Oh no, now I have to go find it," and then you find out that you just happened to get it.
yeah. Okay, and then Elijah entering Ice Ring, which is actually Pauper Choo Choo Cave. There's only one check in here we need. Up bonk. Yeah, it's important to get really close to the ladder because you're not going to be able to hit it from here. Yeah, she's going to get a little closer, I think. Or, you have to get a lot closer than that to get a meaningful height. Like that. That's alright, actually.
Yeah, well, good. I like how the cannons, as soon as they find out that you've infiltrated their fortress, they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll turn off."
Alright, you got us.
Because there's one right in front of the ladder that could just blast you, but it's like, oh, okay, whatever.
Well, I mean, it does sometimes. It doesn't happen very often, though.
Oh, really? I've never seen it
Yeah.
happen.
It's
That must...
happened to me a couple
Oh,
times.
oh no. It feels like flicking a mosquito off of a bug screen.
So who's operating the cannons? How does that work?
What if there's just like one other bokoblin in a higher like room up at the top of the lookout platform? And there's just like a big wire or something that goes through the center post.
I mean, it's not that not much room up there.
Maybe he's underwater. Maybe it's like another submarine.
All right, looks like Elijah's entering Wind Temple because yes, this is the entrance to Wind Temple, and it also leads to Wind Temple, so it's vanilla entrance.
Actually, it would make sense if it was a submarine because these lookout platforms, there's no way, like these are mountain peaks. There's no way those lookout platforms are going all the way down to the ocean floor. So
Yeah.
they're probably using some kind of buoyancy stuff with submarines and cool science.
I mean, it's definitely possible to run a wire from a submarine to up to a lookout platform like that, just like through the beam.
Yeah. So Elijah is going to opt to grab this key, and what I think Elijah will do is he'll either store the behind Stonehead chest, which is a shard, and use that to go to Mulgera, or he'll just pick up that shard and then store middle of hub room, which is another small key, and that can save significant time in Tot D.
I don't know about significant time because there's a really nice small key in Tower of the Gods. I personally would not have stored the small key. I'm curious to see what Elijah does.
At the same time, middle of hub room is just right there.
That's true. But, I mean, so is the small key in Tower of the God. I mean, it's not that close, I guess, but...
Yeah, it is an easy key. I think there can be debates made on that, so I am curious to see what they decide to do.
Ooh, I wonder why Crystal decided to go up to the top of Cliff Plateau. Like, is there something nearby she wants to do? Because I can't think of what it could be that she wants. Oh, she's going to Thorn Fairy.
Okay, it's still a 2-quadrant sail though.
Yeah, what I'm guessing happened is she didn't realize that Thorn Fairy is one south of Starbelt. Because
Yeah.
I mean, like normally we never go to Starbelt. It's just kind of like these specific settings where
Yeah,
you might go to Starbelt.
that is the only check at Starbelt in the game other than a sunken treasure, and so like it just so happened that that one check was required this time.
Yeah, this was definitely a scene where like I don't know. I thought the execution wasn't that bad and the routing wasn't that bad either. The big thing is just like, having a good mental map of the overworld.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, Elijah had a better mental map, and other times Crystal did. Because, like, Elijah warped away instead of going straight to Northern Fairy to get a leaf.
Yeah, that is true. They both have their own strengths in different areas. Oh, please don't do it. Okay, she realized.
Alright. Thank you, Clarion, for the raid. We appreciate that. You came at the middle of a really great race between Crystal and Elijah. But yeah, I'm glad I saw Crystal jump up on the ledge and I'm like, oh wait, does she think it's the other platform?
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, I completely forgot to watch to see if Elijah stored a key or not. I don't know. I know. I think I saw him getting bomb push on Stonehead.
I mean, we'll see if he enters Tower of the Gods, does he have a small key or not? Which we
Another
won't see right away.
another thing to consider if you had gotten Middle of Hub Room is there's a lot of magic there in a pot. So, and like when you leave a boss room, that doesn't refill your magic. There is magic at the end though.
Yeah, I'm getting it at the end's fine.
Yeah. Here's probably the scariest big key skip in the game. I wouldn't say it's the hardest, but I'd say it's the scariest.
Scariest. Alright, I'll give you that. I was thinking Tower of the Gods, but then this happened, like Elijah almost fell off into the pit, and that would have been super bad. Okay, he got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, yeah, that is the scariest. Because with Tower of the Gods, big key skip, you can like take your time. But with this, it doesn't
Here,
matter
yeah,
how long you take.
yeah. Here you have to carry your chest storage through like 5 rooms, and it's like,
Oh, you can't fall in the pit doing that side hop strat. Interesting. I see why I see a lot of people doing it.
I've recently thrown all the strats away, and I just kind of jump into the wind and go for it.
I mean, yeah, that's what I do, and I mean, it's fine. If you're comfortable with it, you're not gonna... Oh, Crystal, no! Oh, this is bad. Does she got it?
Does she
Okay, good, she's
remember?
good. Okay, this is good, yeah. Back this up.
Yeah, we'll just use that to get back up. I was gonna say, does she remember which pots you have to take?
But that's even better.
Dude, I haven't used them in so long. I think I know which one you need, but I don't trust
I don't
myself.
know. Alright, good. So that's a really cool thing that Crystal just did. There's just a hole in the floor there, and it lets you go out of bounds.
Yeah, don't need any storage, no chest storage, anything. You can just walk into the wall and you just fall.
Definitely a huge oversight on the developer's part.
Yeah,
I know the game was rushed, so I wonder if like a tester saw that and they're like, "Hey, you gonna do something about this?" Like, "Oh, the game comes out tomorrow. We gotta just wrap things up."
every time we make an update, we need to pass it by like all these other departments. It's not like they can do anything with it, right?
Or it's like 2 days before the game comes out, like a dev goes, "Hey, I found a memory leak. They might be able to unload stuff in the game like the barrier and skip several hours." The game comes out tomorrow. Just they won't notice.
Yeah, it'll probably take them 15 years to find it anyway.
Well, I mean, they did patch that in future versions.
Yeah.
But they didn't obviously didn't patch it because like they're gonna find barriers. If they patched it because I mean memory leaks are just a bad thing to have in general.
Yeah.
Alright, Elijah wrapping up Wind Temple super quickly.
I feel like at this point, like at 2002 when this game came out, like Nintendo, like they didn't want you to break their games, but like at the same time they weren't super worried about it. You can kind of like when you're doing certain strats, you can see they tried to make it so you can't, but they kind of like opened up a new thing by
Yeah.
doing that. However, in recent games, like they go all out. Like when they re-released Twilight Princess, they completely, very intentionally patched out early Master Sword. They made the jump impossible, and then they made a million invisible walls. And then like Breath of the Wild, they put collision on both sides of every wall.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, if you clip out of bounds, you
Oh,
then have to clip back.
yeah. I just want to point out that Crystal and Elijah both bonked on that boulder in Choo Choo Cave. Yep, so we have to pay attention to when Elijah goes to Tower of the Gods if he's gonna have a small key or not. Oh, he's going to Dragon Roost first, so wait.
Oh yeah.
There's
I
no
don't. I
way
don't.
he'd bring a small key to Dragon Roost. So I don't
Yeah.
think he's did it. I don't think he's stored a small key.
No, neither do I.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna see Crystal go to Wind Temple. Yep. We had two vanilla dungeon entrances.
Oh yeah, that's true. Wind Temple and Dragon Roost. And then the Tower of the Gods entrance. Oh yeah, I remember where that is. We'll probably see that at the very end.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of the same. It's on an island that has like a spire on it, you know?
Yeah.
It's the same.
Also, this Dragon Roost is gonna be pretty fast. You don't really need anything in here. I mean, you can see Elijah already has fully powered Master Sword and Light Arrow. Like Crystal does too. So at this point, both runners just need Triforce shards.
Yeah.
Wait, so what does Elijah need? Elijah needs the Dragon Roost shard.
Yeah, there's one
Tower
under
of the
Rope
Gods.
Bridge.
Oh yeah, there's one on the rope bridge. That's right. So it's two in Dragon Roost and then one in Tower of the Gods, and that's it. So it's a dungeon rush. As you normally go past under rope bridge anyway to get through Dragon Roost as fast as possible. So this is gonna be a really fast dungeon.
Which
Yeah.
shard is Crystal missing? Because she's about to get two in this dungeon. And then she'll have the same three that
There's
Elijah has.
Elijah. Yep.
But he has one
Beetle?
left. Beetle,
I think
yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't bought Beetle, so that's really fast. Like, but I don't know where she's gonna get the money. Maybe she thought like it's only 20 rupees, so she'll probably accidentally pick up 20 rupees along the way.
In something like an S4, that's very likely, but like in a spoiler log, when you have a very defined route, it's not as likely.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to make any assumptions that that's what Crystal's thinking. We'll see what she does for money. I mean,
Well,
she does have 10 rupees from just kind of moving along.
Yeah, and there is like a million rupees like right before Mulpera's room.
Oh wait, yeah, that's that's probably what she's gonna do. I forgot about that. Actually, getting the keys in front of Bulgaria's room is probably better than bombing in front of Tingle Jail. Oh, nice, getting the sprint jump. Mario's not the only Nintendo character that can jump. Elijah, no! Oh, okay.
I remember when in 2011 when there was like a way to make Skyward Sword Link jump, and I was like, wow, we're truly living in the future. But then there's just Breath of the Wild with a jump button.
And then there's Wind Waker with spring storage.
Yeah.
Or spring jump storage, I should say. Spring storage is a different thing.
I remember when I was younger, actually, like...
I think Elijah jumped off the wall. Sorry to cut you off, but I think he's gonna fall in the lava again.
He did on the chest, though, so he doesn't have to, like, do as much this time. Yeah, as a kid, I remember thinking like I'd play this game and I'd think, wow, like they should have made some kind of jump button, like because I was always thinking, wow, I need to get more height, but I don't know how. And then I would just like kind of climb up a ledge, like pull myself up. But since starting to speedrun this game, I've realized there's so many ways to gain the height you need, whether intentional or not.
Alright, so let's see what Crystal does. Like, is she gonna store this chest, or is she gonna try to take a small key to Tower of the Gods?
Hmm. Oh, I think she's gonna store the small key.
Wow. Okay.
So now she needs to. Okay. Oh, I've seen her do this once, and I've never seen anybody else do this clip.
Oh,
I
yeah,
find
I know
it
what you're talking
kind of
about.
fascinating.
But she doesn't have chest storage, so I don't
She
think
does
she's
an
gonna
L
do it.
slide.
No. Like, she's gonna jump down to the basement and like go straight into kill all enemies in tall basement, but then she doesn't have the big key or chest
No,
storage.
I think she's gonna store the small key.
Oh, that's what you mean by you've never seen this clip, because oh, Crystal's kind of low. She could go for the ledge grab, I think. Maybe do a leaf pump here, just to... Yeah, she
Yeah.
can do a leaf pump to keep enough height. What I thought you meant was that she was gonna clip there, and then leaf over to directly on top of the kill all enemies at basement door, and then just drop straight onto it and open the door immediately.
Oh yeah. No. It's just a method to skip opening the cage, and I've only ever seen her do it once, and I've never seen anybody else do it. It's kind of cool. I'm probably just gonna stick to my odd shot near the door entrance.
Yeah.
Oh man, pea hats. Who decided pea hats were a good idea?
I don't know what she's doing next. She already has Leaf equipped. I guess she wanted it on Z really badly.
Magic.
Like you said, nice magic refill. Nice arrow refill, although I don't think she was particularly low on arrows. Because like I said at the start of the seed,
Yeah,
like,
and
where
she got
do
a
you
quiver.
really use arrows? Yeah, she has a quiver too. Like, yeah, you don't really... Ooh, that was really nice first try.
Yeah, look at that.
Alright, where is she? Oh, Crystal, don't... Wait, is it safe to clip out here? It's a little
It
risky.
can be, but if you do it wrong, you'll enter the loading zone.
Yeah, I don't... She should have ran over the other door. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's being... You can tell she's, like, being very careful, because she is aware that if she walks too far forward, then she will hit the loading zone and lose a lot of time. So, yeah, I think she just should have just went to the other door. Okay, she got it. That's good.
Yeah, that okay. That is good.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
wondering.
know why you said no. Have some faith.
No, I was about to make a little theory crafting episode. After storing that middle of hub room, couldn't you just do a ledge clip there to get out of bounds? Like at middle of hub room chest?
Maybe.
Something similar
The
to
wall.
our. Like, I feel like it would be something similar to our first Songstone skip in ET.
I'm curious to see, like, to look it up now that you mentioned it, but it'd be maybe because like the wall there is kind of weirdly shaped, like especially in the corners. There's like a little protrusion.
Yeah.
I think would work though. Also, I don't know why Crystal's... What's she doing? Oh, she's just looking for hearts, I guess, and was annoyed by the wizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elijah needs
There we go.
go down. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. She'll take her time with this. Oh,
Oh,
I
shoot.
thought the fan was gonna blow her away.
Yeah, you took that a little bit left.
Okay, so she does this strat too, like Elijah. So, is that gonna work?
No, she's doing sword, I think.
Wait, this isn't the side hop strat then, is what you're saying?
No, she's going to line up for a jump slash.
So she could fall, whereas Elijah's strat, apparently you cannot fall.
This one is easy though. If you line it up with like the
Actually got
logo on your TV, then nine times out of 10 it'll just work because
The
those are
logo on your
perfect.
TV.
Yeah, like or monitor or TV. There's always like either a logo or like the name of your computer or something, and like that's like almost always centered. So you can just like do that.
I guess
You're about to tell me that yours isn't.
yes.
I love it.
Like I have 3 monitors, and the other 2 have logos at the bottom, but the monitor I use to play Wind Waker does not have a logo.
Oh no.
That's a pretty inconsistent strat.
Yeah, I'm like, if you have it, I think I gave her that idea one time. She's like, oh, you're right.
Yeah, I guess it's because like for the monitor I play Wind Waker on, the logo's on the monitor stand instead of the monitor.
Does she remember? Oh no, she's not remembering her rupees.
Well, maybe she wasn't planning on getting that in the first place, but she should have gone that. Oh my god, I didn't pull leaf, but it worked out.
Yeah, that loading zone is actually huge. It like you never need to pull leaf there.
I mean, you say that, but I have seen people clip through there and not pull leaf, and they just fall into the void.
Really?
Yeah. Like in tourney races, too, is very unfortunate.
Oh,
Oh, here's a reason for Boomerang.
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I was pointing out. I was like, the boomerang is the fastest way to take care of Mulgera, and it was right there. Like,
But you had to still spend time opening the chest and closing the text box. Like, even though it's fed up and rando, she might just break even, honestly.
yeah. But I guess she has it for like the Keese and Puppet Ganon.
Oh, that's a good point.
I'm using external tools band because I'm using the logo on my TV.
That is an external tool. Ooh, nice snipe. Will she get the double? No. There's a clip of her, I think, recently getting the double snipe. I think it was her, it wasn't someone else.
Yeah, I remember I've gotten it exactly twice.
And you can see Elijah got the big key in Tower of the Gods. If the big key's there, you absolutely get it, and you don't big key skip. Ah, no, Crystal missing the last snipe. So, because she missed the last snipe, there is a small chance that when she kills Mulgera, she spawns inside the dungeon warp and can't grab the Triforce Shard.
It actually, it's directly related to where you're standing. Like,
I have heard that it is not.
Really?
It doesn't matter where you're standing. Mr. Alberto tested it in HD and said that it didn't matter where he was standing. But
Okay.
it is HD, it's a different game, but I imagine it would be the same in this game.
Although this is okay, that's not too close. All right, they're fine. I think what it looked like to me when she killed it, like she wasn't standing in the place it put her, but Mulgera stayed in the same place. So I feel like you just want to keep Mulgera away from the center when you kill it.
Yeah, but then if Mulgera's at the center, you don't like wait for her to leave, you know?
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe she got the boomerang all just in case the shard was in the warp. So that she could just like pick it up without risking missing it.
Oh. Can it spawn in the warp?
It can. I've had it happen. It's.
What do you? Well, she has. Well, you're gonna have hook shot, right? Because it's wind
that's
temple.
true.
So
Yeah,
you just hook shot it.
yeah, that's better. I remember I got it in an all sanity once, and I like did a weird side hop into it and got it.
You had hook shot.
Yeah. Although I
yes,
also had 3 brain cells at the time. So that's a forced bottle. So I would not go get soup. However, you can grab a fairy, and then you can like, if you ever come close to death, you can either just let the fairy heal you, or you can dupe fairies as well.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Elijah picked up a fairy, because there's going to be one right before Godod's door. It's very convenient to get.
And even then, there's like 2 right before Ganon, before Puppet Ganon.
It's 2?
Yep. On the right side, there is, like, when you get right before the door to Puppet Ganon, The right side is 2 double magics, and the left side is 2 fairies.
Wait. You mean like in the room with the mini blends?
No, the grand staircase. Um, right at the top where there's 2 dark nuts.
Yeah, there's a fairy there. Where's the other one?
There's 2. They're both of the pots on the left side of a fairy.
Wait, no, it's... The pots on the right side have magic drops.
Yeah.
And then one pot on the left side has arrow drop, and the other pot has a fairy. I don't remember which is which, though.
One has arrows? Interesting. I might be
Yeah.
wrong.
Maybe there's 2 fairies in one pot. That's a possibility.
Oh, maybe?
It's the end of the game. The front left has arrows, yeah, and the back left has at least 1 fairy.
Ooh, I remember Crystal grinded this out. That was really nice.
First try.
Crystal and I got into a call like 2 weeks ago for like 3 hours just grinding out bomb ledge clips. And we stayed at that specific one for a couple hours, and she finally started getting it, and that was really cool to see her get it first try.
I could just be imagining this, but I swear sometimes with that specific bomb ledge clip, you can do everything perfectly, and the bomb just decides not to push you through the wall. Alright, Elijah going through this room puzzle.
Oh, for a second I was like freaking out because they're both in Tot G, but I realized Crystal has to do DRC as well.
Oh, but you know, Crystal did store a small key, so she didn't have to get the small key in this dungeon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would have stored the small key. I don't think it's... I don't know. It doesn't feel like wrong to store, though. Ooh, that was clean movement right there. You land in a spot where you can roll, and then... oh, wait a minute. She has 10 rupees. Well, an additional 10 for 20 rupees.
Where did... Oh, you know what? I saw her pick them up. Right before her bomb ledge clip. There's
a yellow rupee there.
Yeah, there's a yellow rupee, a bomb drop of 5, and a...
Yeah, so now she has 20, so she can buy the beetle item.
If she like routed that yellow rupee, that's like actually kind of big brain.
Yeah. Except I don't know. Do you think she routed in the first 10 rupees too? Because she got like some amount of money from Cliff Plateau, which makes sense to route in. But then I don't remember where she got the first few rupees.
Yeah, I don't remember where her other rupees came from. Maybe it was all just big happy accident.
I think, yeah, most of the rupees were intentional, though.
Yeah.
I don't remember the first few. I feel like the first few might have been, like, she was on Windfall, and then... Oh, maybe, like... Oh, wait. I remember now. The first 10 rupees came from Jail Maze, and then the second 10 came from here.
Yeah, she did use that, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That works out pretty nicely. That adds up to 20. Although I don't know about the 10 rupees in Jail Maze, though, if that was, like, worth getting. When,
well,
like, Wind Temple has...
There would have been 5 rupees, like, while you crawl. So if she grabbed that yellow rupee, she'd be at 25 now.
Oh, okay, so maybe I saw Elijah grab it then.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's 100 rupees in that chest. That's where you get the money from.
Oh, yeah! It's forced rupees. We're all here like, oh man, let's be Galaxy Brain, pick up these like just on the way. Like, no, there's just forced 100 right there. Maybe that's why she wasn't worried about it. She just put it.
We're gonna talk to Crystal the interview, and she's gonna be like, "Yeah, of course I routed in rupees, considering that big key chest was required. What did you think I was doing?" Like,
she's gonna watch this back later, and she's gonna be like, "You idiots!"
It's like I said earlier in the race. We're taking notes on Crystal's routing.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Like I said, Elijah got the fairy. And that's a pretty good fairy to get. Alright, let's see how clean Elijah's Godon fight is. Because Godon can troll you like that. getting into a fist so you can't hit the eye. Let's see how fast. Ooh, he missed a shot.
Ooh, good. Clean.
Yeah, Crystal got a clean command melody skip.
She'll probably go for Zero Cycle. Yeah. It's really hard to get.
Ah. I haven't even tried it once. It looks too jank.
Sometimes you get it and you feel really cool though.
This is a race though.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kinda respect Crystal for going for it just because she is up against Elijah. So you kinda need to like pull out everything you can possibly do to save time.
Yeah. Elijah is known to be like kind of good at this game.
Yeah, I think Elijah's gotten a lot better since the last spoiler tournament. Not to imply that he was at all bad, because he was really, really good last spoiler tournament, but I think he's leveled up even more for this one.
Yeah, ever since like our S4 started, people have just been grinding and it just has not stopped. And like even now that S4 is done and we're doing SL, we're still like right in there. Everyone's doing their best to just squeeze out those seconds.
Yeah, you're probably like the king of grinding. Like you, who's like grinded a lot? It's like you, Pixel. I can't even list all of you. There's so many. Like pretty much all of the new people have been grinding this game a lot.
Yeah, I joined in at the birth of Season 4. I somehow managed to make it to Challenge Cup Grand Finals with Advocate, who was another one who
Yeah.
and made it like really far up. And all of a sudden, then Spoiler Log comes in, and I've already beaten everyone except for Gymnast.
He's in your pool, right?
Gymnast is in my pool, yeah. So that's gonna be interesting to see where I stand. But
speaking of interesting, Elijah's done. He's about not done, but he's gonna go to Hyrule right now.
Yep. But anyway, like I should reiterate, I'm not trying to be like, oh hey, look at me. I'm trying to be like, no, like Sam has a point. Like everyone who has joined this community recently has put a lot of effort. They're catching up to the people that have been here for 1 to 2 years, if not more. And it's really interesting to see that happen.
Also, looks like Crystal's gonna be doing a bomb boost. Oh, she might be too close. Does this work? Yeah, no, she was too close to the wall. But the nice thing about getting hit by the lasers... Uh-oh, wait. This should still work. But the nice thing about... Oh, I guess not. The nice thing about getting hit by the lasers is that it puts you exactly in the spot you want to be in to do the bomb boost. But she did move up again, so maybe... I feel like this could still work if she moves up forward, but she should stay back here.
I think her timing is just off. Yeah, that was really late.
Yeah. Luckily, she has command melody for Wind Temple, so...
Yeah,
nice.
true.
I do get a little nervous about this room in Swordless. Because if you... Uh-oh, wait, it didn't land on the switch. Yeah,
oh no!
Like, if you don't have a sword, you don't have a hammer, and you don't have command melody, and you fall over there, like, you can't get out. So... yeah. Very scary, but luckily Crystal had all of those items, so getting out wasn't much of a problem.
Oh man, I've never considered the possibility of getting stuck back there, and now I'm gonna think about that every seed.
You're welcome. I mean, you're gonna have bombs for this dungeon, right? And like, you're pretty much gonna have a sword.
Yeah.
So you're really gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But in Swordless, that's where I really only think about it, is in Swordless, because like, what if I don't have a hammer yet? Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't know if hanging on the ledge while waiting for the fire would have been better, because I think the fire would have still knocked her off the ledge. It might have been just far away enough, I'm not sure.
Well, I would have just spot attacked the Wizrobe right there.
Yeah.
Well, she got away without doing it. Saved like a second over what I would have done. It is lucky she has command melody for Wind Temple. Imagine she went in without it.
Well, when I said lucky, I meant it's lucky Wind Temple is in the seed so that she had to get it. And
Crystal is about to get 1 shard from Godan, and then she has 2 in DRC. That'll put her up at 7, and we still don't think she did Beetle 20, so she's
Yeah.
currently at the correct amount of shards.
I mean, I'm like almost positive she didn't do Beetle 20 yet because this is the first time a rupee count's been 20 rupees.
Yeah. Unless she bought it right at the start, we didn't notice.
I don't think she did. Imagine she did, we look even stupider.
This
I'm
whole
pretty-
time, we've been talking about her routing rupees for a check she's already done.
I'm pretty sure she hasn't done it yet, though. We'll see. Yeah, there's the money. So, yeah, my idea to bomb Tingle Jail would have been kind of stupid. There's money right there. But then again, well, yeah, because then, like, you could just warp to Dragon Roost, because Crystal still has to do Dragon Roost Cavern, and then the 20 rupee item's there, and you would just buy it and move on. So yeah, that was definitely the play.
Hmm. Yeah, Dragon Roost. I kind of zoned out there for a second.
Elijah making his way up the grand staircase. Pretty good so far. He's gonna have double magic. Oh, you know what? I don't know, like double magic for Puppet Cannon is pretty nice at a scene where you're not gonna have soup. Maybe it was. I mean, it was already worth it alone just for getting to small island chest really quickly. But then it definitely saves time here.
Yeah, for sure. Because if you don't have soup or double magic, then you will like probably have to get a magic refill at some point during the fight.
I mean, you do.
Yeah,
you have
required.
to. Yeah.
And if you don't get good Keys RNG, then you're gonna have to go up on the ledge or wait for the next round of Keys.
Wait, maybe. No, I feel like you have to, because you might only have 8 shots with light arrows, and you need 9.
Yeah.
So. Elijah looked like he had a pretty clean PG-1. Oh, I hate it when that happens. So, Crystal shot the eye, but she did so quickly that the hitbox wasn't there yet.
Light arrows take twice as much magic as fire and ice arrows do, so...
So yeah, it would be 8. I think. I don't want to spread misinformation, but, like, I can't think of a time where I got away with no magic refills, and I've had perfect fights before.
Oh, you know what I was thinking of earlier when I was saying there's like 2 fairies at Puppet Ganon? No, there's like 2 fairies up at the top before Ganon himself. There's like a pot somewhere out on one of the like beams, and then there's one right in front of the warp pot.
Yeah, so then you have 8 shots with single magic. Meaning if you had single magic and you need to shoot Puppet Ganon a minimum of 9 times, then you need a refill.
Oh, Crystal's gone.
I love that Crystal did that. It
He's
loses
gone.
time, but who cares?
Yeah. It's only a second or 2.
I guess like what happens is like when this cutscene starts, Nintendo didn't care about setting your height correctly because it just assumes you're. Well, no, I mean, wait, it should care about setting your height correctly because what if you jump into the pit and then this cutscene starts?
Yeah, it moves you there, but I think it depends on the animation state that knowing Crystal, she's probably looked over at either Elijah's stream or the restream, and she probably knew that Elijah's in Hyrule right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's why she went for it.
That would make sense. Let's see if Elijah gets grapple skip. Easy, first try.
Sometimes
you get Pog Slide.
Sometimes when you know you're losing, it's fun to do something weird. I remember in grand finals, I tried to end it off by getting DQ'd by pulling off back in time.
Wait, is back in time a banned glitch?
It is. If you do it, you get DQ'd. And
I
so
thought,
I tried to do it in high roll when my opponent finished, but I missed it.
because I mean, file item transfer makes sense to be banned, but I didn't think back on time on its own is worth banning.
Yeah, it does state, however, the use of BIT is banned.
Oh, okay. Also, yeah, Crystal didn't buy it yet, but she had all that money
Oh, she even got a
other gods.
bomb refill.
Yeah, might as
Pro
well. She has the money.
Could probably use those uh on like PG3 or something.
She got back in the boat just to hookshot this mailbox. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I probably
I
would
think
have.
and GG's to Elijah, finishing with a time of 109.24.
Elijah did really great. Elijah didn't make too many mistakes. The only one I can really think of is forgetting he had chest storage at the start.
Yeah, and I think almost everyone would have made that mistake.
Yeah, I think the only reason I caught it is because I've made that mistake before.
Yeah, I certainly would have made the mistake. Because normally when you think I got chest storage and then I got an additional item afterwards, you think I don't have chest storage anymore. But in
Yeah,
this case, because you don't open a chest to get top of headstone, then you still have chest storage.
sometimes we take advantage of how that works though with the second crypt in Earth Temple. You can grab that item, still have chest storage, so you can like clip back to the main room.
Alright, Elijah will be joining us shortly. I just gotta tell him to come in here. Yep, here he is.
Welcome,
GG's.
GG.
I didn't realize until like in the middle of I think it was Tower of the Gods that my mic was actually on. So I really hope you weren't using my.
I mean, we noticed right away that your mic was on, so we switched over to Crystal.
Okay, that was good because I don't know if I was because I like sometimes I listen to music and today was one of those examples and I don't know if I started like singing it all during it and that would have been awful. So I'm gonna probably have to delete this VOD.
Well, I guess if someone wants to compare, they'll have the restream.
Yeah, true, smart.
You know, we just heard your controller. Like, your controller was pretty loud. So,
Yeah,
there's no way we heard Diddy singing.
it's because I talk so like softly, so I have to have the sensitivity up really high on my mic. And at some point, it was pouring down raining, so I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh, it's a good thing I'm not doing like a regular stream where I'm talking to people or something, because then people would just hear the rain. But yeah, not great.
So how did you feel when you tried to climb 2i Lookout platform and it told you no?
I knew right away that I didn't like. I realized as soon as I was leaving Headstone, I was like, I'll just kind of like drown here. After I got it, like a little bit later, I was like, it probably would have been faster just save warp after I got the bow, and then that would have been fine, and that would have been a much better solution than what I did. But
Yeah. We came up with like a few options. One, there's the save warp. Another one is you could have done like an octo jump on 2i, similar to Diamond Step Early. Or you could have just played Song of Passing.
Yeah, that makes sense. That would have been smart once I got there, but I didn't.
Yeah, Crystal actually made the exact same mistake too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like we're really not used to storing a chest, getting an item afterwards, and then still having chest storage.
Yeah, it was definitely peculiar. It was a weird situation, and I jumped down, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then I was trying to think of what I could do, and I was like, I could do I was also like, I could do, the first thing I thought of was doing like the chest storage clip into Headstone, and then like leaving. And then I was like, I'll just go over there and just kind of like drown. And then
Crystal broke
Crystal
the
made the
bridge.
same mistake Elijah did. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Falling
that
into-
room was awful. DRC was really, really bad.
What else was gonna ask you? Oh yeah, so you started at Star Island, and then you warped away.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
But I was going to point out, like, Northern Ferry is directly east of Star Island. So did you not realize that at the time, or did you not look at your starting location?
No, I have the map. Like we have all those maps, like the blue ones that show where the islands are in the quadrants. And I honestly, Northern Ferry is like in the bottom right corner of its quadrant, so I'm not even convinced it's faster to sail there from Star Island than Windfall. So I was just like, I don't know. It's
But you did have to sail diagonally to make it to Northern Ferry. Actually, I'll look at a map right now. I want to kind of see this for myself.
yeah, I think it's closer to Windfall, and also I was going there anyway, and I didn't have to sail anywhere after Windfall, so like I didn't have the things I needed to do paw print at Windfall yet either, so there was not really.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map now. I think you're right. It is closer to Windfall. You just wouldn't think that because you'd think like, oh, if it's adjacent, that has to be closer than diagonal. But no, I think you're right. And also, another problem with sailing from Star to Northern Ferry, which unfortunately happened to Crystal, is the explosive barrels are in the way. So if you get knocked out of your boat and you have to swim all the way back.
Yeah, I might have to start routing with that map up.
Yeah.
No, Jay was talking about the ferry island, not the sub.
Yeah, and then I did think about that too, where like what Jay said, if it was the sub, then yeah, it's definitely closer to Star Island. But since it was the ferry, the island was closer to Windfall. So I honestly feel like let's assume that you just don't hit any of the exploding barrels or anything. I feel like the difference in sailing is probably not that huge, so it probably doesn't matter. But
well, okay, actually, I think it. Part of me thinks it does matter only because you didn't have to go to Windfall that early necessarily.
That's true.
Like the way, because I like to route with the rudders if I'm commentating a race, and the way I routed it was I put Windfall right before Wind Temple, because you're already there anyway.
Yeah, the only reason I did it early was because I just wanted to get. I was doing that and getting Leaf, and I figured it was fine to do all at once, but I guess it was an extra warp, so... But then I don't know.
Comments are pointing out that Crystal was able to justify her double magic by using it to leaf over to the small island chest from the Cyclone.
Yeah, I justified my getting double magic because I wanted it.
Yeah, that's fair. I am curious. This is purely just me being curious, because we think it probably broke even in the end, so it doesn't matter one way or the other. But were you aware that you ran right past the boomerang?
Boomerang?
Yeah, the boomerang was on Fire Mountain lookout platform.
Oh, I mean, I didn't even look for the boomerang. I couldn't think... If there was any point where I thought having the boomerang might make the seed easier, I would have probably looked for it, but I didn't feel like that at all in this one because bombs were so early.
Yeah, but Mulgera is faster with boomerang.
The reason I knew about it was because as soon as I saw like lookout platform cannons, I looked for both bombs and boomerang, and I was like, okay, let's just see. I also did not route getting it. However, Crystal did pick it up and was able to use it for Mulgera, and we're expecting she'll probably just be able to use it for the bats in PG1 and PG2.
Yeah, I didn't, Yeah, I as soon as I saw that bombs were Sphere 0, I was like, okay, I'll just get that. And and bombs are hard required anyway, so... And boomerang is kind of...
Yeah, in the end, we think the time that she'll save by getting the boomerang is going to be cancelled out by the time it took to grab it from the chest. So,
I'm gonna correct me if I'm wrong, but I think using Boomerang and Mulgera saves 2 seconds. And it definitely takes longer than 2 seconds to open a chest.
Yeah. So, like, at best, she'll probably break even, if not even that. So
I remember at one point in Season 4, I remember Jay saying that because you have to pause to equip Boomerang, it's probably not faster anyway.
Oh, that's a good point.
I remember that was one of my thoughts too. I think if you don't have if you don't have the hookshot equipped when you get there, I guess you can kind of justify it in the same like pause menu, but then you still have to like go there.
Yeah. I feel like I always end up in the kill all floor or kill all enemies room, I always end up hooking Leaf, Iron Boots, and Hookshot there if I'm not fighting the enemies. So, and those are the only 3 things you really need to do the rest of the through to Wind Temple. So I don't need to pause again after that room. And you need all 3 of those things in that room. Well, I guess you don't need Leaf, but I think Leaf makes it easier.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Oh, actually, I wonder if the estimate I heard for Boomerang saves 2 seconds on Bulgaria considers that you have to equip Boomerang. I'm not sure. But yeah, regardless, I think you still don't. You probably don't get it. And also, Elijah, I was wondering, this doesn't really apply to you because you routed in Dragon Roost Cavern right after Wind Temple. But if you routed in Tower of the Gods after Wind Temple, would you have stored the small key in middle of Hub Room?
Maybe. I did think about that, and then ultimately the reason I wanted to do Tower of the Gods last was just because I wanted to have as many arrows as possible for shooting it on the platform in DRC.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, and then the other 2, it was like, it doesn't matter when I do them, so I just did Tower of the Gods last because...
Right. And you didn't grab the quiver in Messes, right?
No, I didn't grab any quivers.
Yeah. So I guess Crystal did store the small key for Taji, but she also had the one thing that you said you didn't want to do it for, and it's that she had a quiver. So I guess that's where that difference was.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Like, I can see that being... I think that's a good idea. Honestly, I wasn't even sure if it was faster for me to store the chest behind Stonehead since it had the shard, or just... because it felt like it took me a while to leaf down there, but if I go down, I don't know, going from the middle hub room chest and storing that seems like it's much more natural and it feels a little more smooth, but that might just be sort of like a perception thing, just because it's something that's more common.
No, I think you definitely did the right thing, because then you have to visit an extra chest, even if it is on the way.
Yeah. The only justification for it is what I had said earlier, where there's a pot next to it with 3 magic drops and a pot with 3 arrow drops.
I had that in there to where if I was low on arrows, I was going to do that, but eventually, kind of like I said, because I ended up going to Wind Temple first, and you didn't have to do any of the combat in Wind Temple, I basically had full arrows, so... Yeah. And then, I almost didn't see where Big Key was in DRC, but... It's funny because whenever I do DRC and I'm thinking, all right, so I don't need anything here, I'm gonna do Big Key Skip. I always check both chests to see if one of them has like a heart container or like a quiver or something. It's like, oh, I'll just store that one because I feel like the difference between the 2 is not that massive.
Yeah, it's like an extra second or 2 to get the right one.
Yeah, and then it's like if it has a really good item, then it's like a quiver or something, or even if it has like double magic or something, that's something that can be super just like. Keep things chill. And then I saw the right chest has Big Key, and I'm like, oh, well, then I'll just open it.
Yeah. I've certainly recently, I did Big Key Skip, and the Big Key was on the right chest, and I didn't realize it, and I was like, it's fine, I broke even, because I got first try storage. But, like, probably just, like, grab the Big Key if it's there.
Yeah. I generally... the only places I really don't check for Big Key are Earth Temple, because you're pretty much always going through with chest storage anyway, so the Big Key doesn't even... And Forbidden Woods probably is the one I also check the next least for Big Key.
Sometimes I look, like, maybe it'll be, like, Holen Tree.
Yeah, like... It's one of those things where if you have like a Forbidden Woods where there's a bunch of stuff and you're going to the basement and you're going to the small key area and you're going to the the vine maze, then it's like, okay, I'm going pretty much everywhere. Is the Big Key somewhere nearby so I don't have to do chest storage? And then you check and see it's in the mini boss and you're like, that's not worth it.
Yeah.
Or or you check and see it's in the other vine maze chest and you're like, oh, okay, I'll just grab it.
Yeah. Or you check and you see it's in Double Mothula and you're like, oh.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. I like looking up where the Big Key in Forbidden Woods is in Swordless, if you're not going to have a hammer either, because there aren't really any good chests to store quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point it's like, you get Morph Pit and like Holen Tree.
Yeah, but like Bullet Tree, you might have to backtrack for unless you like you do the boss first and then save warp out or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only
Yeah, go
problems I guess I had with the run this time was besides the the 2-eye reef lookout platform thing, was just the rope bridge room in DRC.
Yeah, you
Right.
didn't make very many mistakes. You just had you had to void an extra time for the platform, and you unfortunately had like a couple hiccups in under rope bridge, but the rest of your route was pretty well done.
Yeah, and I think also getting the rope bridge room was kind of rough, and then getting the big key chest because of the magtail was kind of annoying too.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. I just kind of chalked it up to it being annoying because it always gets in your way.
I was getting frustrated.
Nice double crew.
Nice. I didn't get that, so
Dude,
it was pretty good.
Crystal was actually like pretty decently keeping up with you at the start. So, you know, you'd be scared if you ever have to race her again.
I'm always scared whenever I have to race someone. That's my secret, Captain.
Oh, that reminds me, Elijah, we gotta schedule a race.
Yeah, true. That is definitely a thing that needs to...
And then there's me. I have one race left, and it's with the gymnast.
Nice. That should be fun.
Yeah.
Hey, Crystal wrapping up phase 3 pretty quickly too. And all that's left is rope climb and grapple skip. And again, of course, the Ganondorf fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
fun.
yeah. So she mentioned this, I think, in the race time, but for like the 2 hours leading up to this race, she asked me to show her all of the lookout platforms or all the different ways to do them and where they are, because she wasn't comfortable with them, and she was like, I want to practice in case we get that. And then you guys did get lookout platforms.
Yeah.
And it like super helped her out. Like she knew what she was doing for them.
That's good.
She
I like the...
rigged it.
Yeah, I like the lookout. I like the lookout platforms preset, but I do think that a lot of the times the seeds end up really easy to route because I mean I don't know if anybody mentioned this or looked at it, but I literally like the only thing in dungeons were shards. So
Yeah.
I literally just got every single item I needed to beat the game and then did all 3 dungeons.
Yeah. There's definitely like there were a lot of lookout platforms in this seed.
Yeah.
And like when it comes to lookout platforms, it's either Sphere 0 or you need bombs, and you're in a seed where bombs are hard required.
Yeah, so that was another reason why I wanted to rush bombs. Because also I think Leaf speeds up the game like the most, but like I also think bombs are like the most versatile item in the game as far as what you can do with them. Bombs are definitely my favorite thing to get.
It's weird how we use them for everything, but we like never run out.
Oh wait, Crystal's a fairy. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised she tried to grapple Zelda. Maybe she just didn't realize that she had a fairy.
Wonder if she just forgot she had a fairy and just like skipped a beat there when she thought she died.
No, that's definitely what happened. Because I mean, anyone panics in this situation and forgets they have a fairy.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have grabbed one if the bottle wasn't like forced.
Yeah, but like at that point,
got
like,
a heart container too.
Yeah. It's like you might as well pick up a fairy, because worst comes to worst, you either have it to save you, or you can even duplicate it.
Yeah, generally if I do that where I get like a forced bottle or something, and I'm at the end of a dungeon, especially like Taji or DRC where the fairies are like right there, or even like Wind Temple, or Forbidden Woods, I guess. Basically all of them except Earth Temple.
Yeah, or FF.
Yeah, but I always just grab it because, like you said, it doesn't hurt, and then it lets me play Ganon a little bit more like I have Soup because I'm not as afraid of dying, so I can be a little bit more aggressive.
GG's to Crystal.
GG's.
Both runners finishing in an hour and a half.
Yeah. Hey, so GG, Crystal.
Hi, thank you.
Nice nice millisecond count. I like it.
That's about the only thing that I won in this race.
You had some pretty good routing choices, I'd say.
Yeah, you know,
I do have one question for you.
what's up?
Did you think that Din's Pearl was on 5-star?
Yes, yeah, I did.
And did
And I
you
read it wrong.
by chance look in the spoiler log to see where it was and notice you already had it?
Yeah, I didn't even see it when I opened it. I opened up my inventory and I'm like, oh great, look, I have 2 pearls, and I'm like, what? I was like, all right, let's see where Din's Pearl is. I'm like, wait, it's 5-star, and I'm like, what? I'm like, oh well, you know, I wasn't even meaning to store that chest. I meant to store a 2-eye reef, and I thought about it real long and hard before I even got there, and I'm like, probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't trust myself. I'm like, I'll just store 5-eye reef. It's fine.
You
I'm glad I didn't stop like save and quit though.
you did both forget that you were going to still have chest storage, and you both tried to climb the ladder.
You know, it happens. Fine.
And Crystal, you warped to Southern Ferry and then sailed down, and then Elijah drowned there.
Fair enough. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think like if you're at 2-eye reef already and you realize, oh
It's
wait, I
probably
can't.
faster to drown.
No, it's faster to play
Or
Song of
to-
Passing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I forget that you can also. Yeah, I also forget that's a thing.
But
I think-
if you do ahead of time, then you save warp at Headstone, I think.
Yeah, I think that was the thing I thought of like halfway through the race, and I was like, oh, if I could have just save warp right when I got the bow, and then I would have been.
That's exactly what I thought as well. I'm like, you know, it's a good thing I didn't save warp on top of Headstone.
you would have been
It
fine.
would have made sense for me to. Would
Um,
you know?
Yeah, you still have Pearl because you get the item you store when you enter a different quadrant.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
When you enter a different quadrant, you
would've been
unload the chest that you stored, and when you unload the chest you store, you get the item that's inside.
Theologically would have been fine.
So another question I have for you is: did you originally intend to have to sail 2 quadrants to get to Thorn Ferry?
Yes, I was I really wasn't sure how to go about it because I knew I could have gone from Starbelt, but I wasn't. But I guess then if you go from Starbelt to Thorn to Fire Mountain Lookout Platform, well, I don't know. I wasn't sure how to route in that one shard. That was probably the hardest part for me to route in. I'm like,
Well, go ahead. You could have gone to Fire Mountain, then Starbelt, then Thorn Ferry.
Yeah.
I really liked how I did that section.
Yeah, and then I could have gone from Paw Print to Eastern Ferry.
I think Elijah, what you did was, didn't you go from Totji to Eastern Ferry to Paw Print?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what I did was I got the headstone bow and then drowned because I was being slow. And then I did. Then I went to DRI, got the power bracelets, did Fire Mountain, Starbelt, Thorn Ferry. Then I went to Stonewatcher to do the Lookout Platform and Cliff Plateau. And then I went to Totji because I had all the pearls by then. And then did Diamond Step, and then Eastern Ferry, and then Angular.
Right. Yeah.
I really liked how that all seemed like it went together really well. And then I was like, I got to the point to where, and I was checking my route, and it was like, wait, why does it say I can't enter Windtop? I was like, oh, I don't have Skullhammer. I was like, I guess I'll just door cancel. And I was like, well, wait, I should check where Skullhammer is. And then it was like, oh, it's on Salvage Core. And I was like, well, I could get that at Horseshoe or at Paw Print. And I was like, Paw Print's better. So then I got it.
Yeah, I realized it afterwards. I'm like, when I went to Horseshoe and I got Salvage Core, I'm like, you know, probably would have been faster to get at Paw Print. Oh well, we already have it. It's fine.
Yeah. A couple differences that we noticed is, Crystal, you picked up the boomerang, and we don't think it lost you any time. If it did, it was like a second. Because you were able to use it.
I'll say the only time I would have lost is the cutscene.
Yeah, because you were able to use it in Mulgara, and I not sure, I wasn't completely paying attention, but I believe you probably would have used it on like Keese in Puppet Ganon.
Yeah.
And
but she got double crypt, so she didn't have to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
But I got spins, so I think I got spun twice on phase 1.
And you stored a key from
I
Wind
did,
Temple to
dude.
Tachi, and Elijah did not, and just went from Wind Temple to DRC.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure because I knew I was going to store that small key, and I'm like, where do I want to take this? Because I originally put Wind Temple in there after I did Paw Print, and I'm like, wait, I can take this small key somewhere. And I'm like, where do I want to take this? And I put it off for a while, and I was like, where do I want to take this? Because originally I was gonna take it to DRC, and then I'm like, wait, wouldn't it just be better for me to take it to Tachi since Tachi is just already go mode? Because I'm already gonna have to like do stuff in DRC anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah, we were wondering because we expected you to go to Gale after Paw Print, and then you walked away.
Yeah, I was planning on it. I was like, I don't know, and then I decided in the end not to do it. I should have though. It was that's what I was originally gonna do.
Also, I liked how Crystal you routed in the Beetle 20 rupee item after Tower of the Gods.
Yeah, that was
because
also
you already had money.
Yeah, I was like, I was originally gonna get. I was really worried about getting money, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to like run around getting money randomly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's money somewhere, and I was like, oh, Ice Ring Frozen chest. Where are you gonna have to go there? And then I saw that Tachi Big Key chest had an orange roof, and I'm like, well, we're already gonna get that.
You're gonna have a laugh when you watch this back, if you watch it back, because we spent probably like 60 to 70% of the seed being like, oh, Crystal only has 10 rupees, where is she gonna get the other 10? And then we started freaking out when you finally got that 20 rupees like right at the start of Taji, but then we noticed you get the orange, we're like, oh, oh.
Yeah, it's great. It was great. Yeah.
60 to 70% was a little overkill. We did not spend that much time talking about Crystal's rupee routing.
We spent more than you think. It's
definitely a single-digit percentage.
Yeah, I just got the 20 rupees like you would normally get in like season 4, get Rescuing Tingle. I just got those, and I was like, and so then I did it on my first trip to when I went to Outset, the first time. I just bought it there, so.
Yeah, I just knew I could afford to put off as long as I could, because it's Beetle 20. What else are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
The only question is where I was gonna get it.
Realistically, your way probably saved more time. So.
Yeah.
We both noticed something. So right at the start of our routes, we all had very similar routes, and Slam and I had different methods of storing that 5-eye lookout platform. Slam wanted to get storage in one of the gulf holes, and me being me, I was just gonna be like, okay, pot drop. But then both of you warped to Outset. We were confused at first, but then you like just grabbed storage there, and we actually we agree with it. We think that was probably the best play.
Yeah. It's probably faster anyway.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not faster than pot drop, but I mean, the thing with pot drop on that platform is there's a lot of enemies and kind of a lot of chaos going on, so you'd have to kill the enemies.
Yeah.
So actually, warping to Outset is faster.
Yeah, and then you have to like actually get pot drop.
I like how you. I like how you ended up in the end like storing that chest, but not because it was a required item. You just wanted to get chest storage, and
I knew it was required, and I was like, that's the way I usually like to do top of headstone with chest storage anyway. So I was like, oh, that's really convenient.
Yeah. We saw you pausing, and we realized like it clicked, and you're like, oh, this is probably going to be really funny.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, we at first we were convinced that maybe we forgot what was there, and so we started looking. We're like, wait, no, it's a joy pendant. Wait.
I really like. I think this preset has a lot of like potential, because there's a lot of cool stuff that you can end up doing with lookout platforms, because a lot of times it forces you to go to a lot more like islands, I feel like. So you can do more, but also at the same time, because of that very same reasoning, you could end up like things could be completely scattered in a really inefficient and horrific way. So it's kind of like I feel like this was a seed that was like really good and things like kind of flowed really well, but you could almost just as easily have one where it's like things are locked behind each other in really awkward ways, and you have to like in theory you could end up like forced to double dip like the Fire Mountain lookout platform or something, which would be really annoying.
In this case, you were really lucky. Even if you didn't have the bombs, that boomerang there would unlock the other one.
Right.
True.
I would be lying if I said I didn't route a super swim to a lookout platform.
You totally did. Whatever.
The Stonewatcher.
Oh my god. I was sailing Stonewatcher, and I was hoping to God that I wrote down the right thing. My goodness, I was scared after that 5-eye reef by 5-eye lookout platform. I was like, oh man, I hope I wrote down the right thing.
I don't know if anybody reads the way I do my routes or like reads them, but what I generally do is I just copy and paste directly from the spoiler log, so that way I don't have to worry about if I wrote down the wrong thing, and it definitely helps ease my anxiety a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Also, it makes the route look really neat.
Yeah.
Like it's all nicely spaced and has like tabs and stuff.
Yeah. I have like very little room underneath my tracker when I'm doing this because I have 2 monitors, and so I can see like 6 checks ahead, so I write it very condensed.
Yeah. The only other thing I think I did that made me feel really dumb was talking to Maggie in the very first thing I did. It was like, I don't know if it was like my season 4 muscle memory like came back and was like ready to fight or what, and I was like, why am I talking to Maggie? What is going on?
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was.
Have you ever said no to Maggie in an S4 and then you had to like leave and come back?
Oh no.
I have.
I've never done that.
Yeah, I did it. I don't think it was a tourney race, but it was on ZSR and I was restreamed, I think.
Oh no.
Rip.
And anyway, does either runner have anything else they want to add? Because I think we've been talking for a while. We might want to wrap things up here.
No, GG's.
Yeah.
I thought that seed was fun, so I was glad we got a good seed, one that wasn't toxic and annoying.
It wasn't too bad. Yeah, I definitely gonna. I just no lie. I literally just learned how actually every lookout platform is. So I spent half the time just looking around. I'm like, where is this again? Absolute is too good.
I thought that was like really cool because we did practice that for a couple hours and then you immediately get that preset.
Wait, Crystal, was that what you were doing at 2-eye reef looking for the platform?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what I thought you were being super overcautious and avoiding the big octo.
No, I didn't. I didn't realize where it was at one point, so I was like, where am I? And I was like, I have to get closer to the reef, don't I? And I was like, yep, there it is.
I always run my seeds with both of the world maps, the one that Woofer made, and then there's another one that somebody else made that I can't remember who it was. No,
it was Alex.
Alex, okay, yeah. I always have both of those up while I'm routing, and I keep up the second one for this and like the big octo one while I'm playing because it has marked exactly where everything is. So if I'm like, okay, now route says to sail to, the 2-eye reef lookout platform, I see, okay, I need to head towards, see where the island is and turn slightly to the right because I'm coming from Headstone and then go straight or whatever.
Right, yeah, I usually use it when I'm routing, but I don't have it open when I play.
Also, we've pointed out both of your shortcomings and everything, but you both did some really cool stuff in certain places, and those should get some recognition too. One thing I did definitely notice, Crystal, you got first try bomb clip in Tot G Floor 1. That was really cool. I remember you were practicing that recently, and it was really nice to see you get that.
Nice.
I don't want to talk about the rest of my Tachi.
Oh no. I know I had the same kind of feeling, but with DRC. But then I noticed because I did DRC as the first dungeon, I think, and you did it as the last, so I was able to catch the end of your DRC, and you also got trolled in the rope bridge room a lot.
Dude,
it was so bad.
That goblin cut down those ropes, and I was like, I rode the platform. I made another platform. I rode up and I went to the door again. I'm like, I probably should just wait out there when I reset everything. Oh well.
You can. One thing you can do is you can shoot across with your arrows.
Damn.
If the one in the back of the room is the one that's still alive. So if that ever happens to me, that's usually what I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Also, you both got first try Jabu's roll clip.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. There was and I said this to Elijah earlier, but like at the start of the seed, you were both like holding up like right next to each other. Like neither of you were really giving each other time right at the start, and it was really interesting to see.
Elijah, did you pick up the quiver?
No.
No, I
I
did.
did not.
I had a feeling I wouldn't waste time getting that quiver, and go Dan.
If there were big octos in this seed, I'd understand it, but I mean, there wasn't much to use a quiver on. Unless you really wanted to do Dragon Roost after Tower of the Gods. I could kind of maybe see that.
Where was the quiver?
It was
Meza's
Mesa.
house.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's... Yeah, that... I mean, yeah, like, I think, like Slam said, if you want to do it, like, Tatji first, I don't know if there was a way you're routing it where... Because you could have maybe done, like, sailed to Needle Rock from Stonewatcher and done Tatji then. I thought about that. Or did a Super Swim from Stonewatcher to Needle Rock, which is probably faster, and then did Tatji then.
My route would have me super swim from Needle Rock to Stonewatcher.
Yeah, or do it that way. And in that case, if you get yeah, and then in that instance, I guess if you get the quiver, after that.
Yeah, I think
or before even. I guess that way, once you finish Tachi, you still have a ton of arrows. It makes sense.
Yeah, we decided like there was a few things that you both did that like were honestly debatable because like there's arguments to say that you shouldn't, but then there's also really good arguments to say you should. And so like at the end, I think a lot of it just came down to preference.
Okay, so we've been talking for a really long time.
Yeah.
I think we should just call it here.
There's probably something else coming up soon, right?
I mean,
we don't need to watch that.
But
we should just end. But before we actually end, just want to thank Spy for commentating with me, Crystal and Elijah for putting on a good race, and for chat for sticking around and watching this race unfold.
It was really fun to watch. I learned a couple things from both of you.
Oh yeah, thanks Clarion for the raid if you're still here. That was nice.
GG's again, everyone. Thanks to the volunteers for making a restream possible.
Oh no, Zelda's gone.
Rip Zelda.
Rip Zelda.
We don't see it yet here, but I mean, it's already been shown on Restream before.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Remember, Zelda has previously left Gymnast's screen to go help Blanc with gaming.
Nice.
Okay, well, I believe that's everything. We've talked about the good, we've talked about the bad, we've thanked people. It's not much else to be said.
The ugly, I suppose.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the ugly, right?
Yeah.
You gotta come.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we talked about that. We talked about that though, didn't we? Because we talked about the DRC rope bridge room. So never mind, we can cover that.
Yeah. All right. On the note on Zelda saying goodbye and leaving, I think we should also say goodbye and leave.
Yeah. At the point that Zelda leaves the restream, I think we should.
Time for us to go.
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.